friends, welcome back to my channel. I know it has not been super long, but I really wanted to stay on track with my month-to-month updates for my Pan Those palettes. So even though it probably feels like just yesterday you were looking at an update, I wanted to go ahead and still film a 5-month update for my Project Pan. I will go ahead and start by showing you where my palettes were after 4 months of usage. Now that that's out of the way, I'm going to go ahead and show you what my Lorac Pro 1 palette looks like after 5 months of usage. And this is what my Cargo Summer in the City palette looks like after 5 months of usage. So because I only really had 3 weeks between when I filmed my 4-month update and the end of May, I decided to only use these 2 palettes when I was doing eyeshadow looks for the remainder of the month. And because of that, I ended up finishing off a shadow in my Lorac Pro 1 palette, which was Taupe. I really didn't have a whole lot left in that pan, so finishing it off feels good, but it wasn't like the biggest achievement for those 3 weeks. I also wanted to show you guys, this is what my light pink looks like. As a reminder, I have panned the light pink that came in this, so what you're seeing right here is that Too Faced pink color that I have been crushing and repressing in here. I'll show you in a second. I pulled a lot of product out of that pan, and yet still I've managed to hit pan on this. The hardness of the Too Faced shadow really gets dissipated when I repress it in here, which is great. I tried really hard to take a lot of product and put it into this pan so that I wouldn't necessarily have to every month redo this, but it seems like because it's not as hard pressed anymore, I'm picking up a lot of product on my brush with ease. So I've got some more pan showing, but as it stands right now, I have panned completely Taupe and light pink out of this palette, which feels great, and I'm hoping that I can finish off that Too Faced shadow sooner rather than later so I don't have to keep repressing it. The other thing I'll report about this palette is I decided once Taupe was gone to give Sable a whirl. I really don't have a lot of experience with Sable, and looking at it, I was a little hesitant to try it because I wasn't sure how dark it would read on me. It actually is a beautiful color. I did a look with Sable and light bronze, and I really liked it, the look of it. It's a very simple, nothing to it kind of look, like a very basic look. But what I liked about knowing that is that I basically can reserve that for when school's back in session and I'm looking for more easy go-to makeup, or anytime I want to do a really easy look without thinking. Essentially, Sable is just like maybe a shade and a half darker than Taupe, and it blends really well on the eyes. I don't know if I'll pan it completely just because there is so much product in here, but I do like knowing that I have another matte brown that I can play with alongside my Cargo palette. Before I switch over to the Cargo palette, I just want to show you the Too Faced shade. So as you guys can see, this is what I'm working with. At the last update where I needed to come in here and repress this, I had product along this bottom area that I took out, and I took out a chunk from the top. So I thought I had taken out sufficient product. So I think the next time I come in here, I'll probably get this whole top piece so that I'm only left with this section. And then I'll be able to finish this off, which has been great to be able to use this up and not have to take out my entire ColourPop magnetic palette. So I'm very happy to have discovered that alternative. As for the Cargo palette, not a a ton of progress. I will say very specifically that Rooftop, I had only a little bit of that bottom like line showing, and now I have almost the entire line showing there. This is just a really pretty color that I've been gravitating towards the most. The other thing that I'll say I think could happen sooner rather than later is Pool Party. I used Pool Party a couple of times, and I'm not sure if it's going to focus because of the pesky gold packaging, but I have like a pretty considerable dent in Pool Party where I think that if I wear this maybe 3 or 4 more times, I'll have some pan showing. Unlike Heatwave, Gelato, Sizzle, and Sidewalk, I feel like Pool Party is more like the lid colors where you can press into them, and you have to press into them to get decent product pickup on your brush. And so because of that, I am digging into it quicker than I realized. So that's really exciting. Going forward for the month, I just want to keep making as much progress as I can. At this point in the year, when I originally thought about this challenge, since I am nearing the 6-month mark, I definitely would have wanted more colors to either be pan completely or to have pan showing, but with the way this year has gone and me staying home way more than I normally ever would, I haven't applied makeup as consistently. So that has put a little bit of a hindrance on things, but I'm really, really hoping that I can keep making progress on these 2 palettes. And I'm hoping that maybe I'll at least have some pan showing on a new shade for you guys in a month, and maybe have something finished off. I think the only thing that'd be realistic for me to have finished off is Rooftop. So we'll see where we go from here. I know this update was super short and sweet, but I hope that you enjoyed hearing where I am at, and I really look forward to seeing what these palettes look like after 6 months of usage, so stay tuned. I hope you're having a great day, and I'll talk to you in the next video real soon. Bye.